So this is part 2 of the podcast. We just discovered that part 1, that the iPad upon which I'm recording only records up to a certain amount.
We just learned about part 1, really.
Yes. So I don't know where we cut off in part 1. Somewhere between me. I've realized, I think I've found the theme of what this podcast is. It's going to be somebody coming in, and I'm going to be basically, it's a therapy session. That's what it is. There's a guest therapist every week.
That is so awesome.
And you're my guest therapist.
That's great. That's great.
This week.
And this week it's me because you said this in the first recording, so
yes.
these people haven't heard this.
Assuming we actually got it, which who knows.
You asked me on because I was the only person you could find.
Exactly.
And because you think I have hope.
Yeah, right. What better therapist could there be?
Exactly.
What better? So I was, there was acting 1, and then there was acting 2, which was where you went if you didn't get into advanced acting, and I refused to go into acting 2 because I felt that was beneath me.
Sure.
And so I ended up, I went to the Jewish Community Center and did theater there.
Oh.
Where it was.
You did it with adults.
No, I did it with people who were younger.
Oh.
So the key, I just went to a situation where I was the biggest person, which in the Jewish Community Center, me being the biggest, there's a lot of little people in that, there were like 3 or 4 high school age kids, and then the rest were middle school, and then a few elementary school. So at first it felt awful because I went from being with all the high school kids to being with like high school and middle school, and I felt like it was, I was banished to the Jewish ghetto theater.
Right.
But that turned out to be the opposite because the guy who ran it was very, very good, and he did Shakespeare in the summer, and I got to do Shakespeare, which I fell in love with Shakespeare, and it turned out to be.
And I'm sure all the younger people looked up to you, which you probably didn't mind.
I hope they didn't. I'm not someone they. It was very bizarre because there were a lot of rich kids, all very nice actually. By the way, I was worried at first that I kind of judged them as spoiled rich kids, but they were all very, very nice people.
No arrogance.
Not really. Not really. I mean, if it was anything, the younger kids were just acting out, not because they were rich, but because they were younger kids.
Right.
But rich, poor, I was.
Right.
I felt like I was, I remember and there were non-Jewish people there as well. It's not funny. What we're doing is not. This bothers me. I feel like Robin Williams, may he rest in peace,
sure,
would have had 25 jokes by now.
On his first ever podcast?
Yes, he would have had 25, maybe 50.
We did the Excelsius bit.
I don't think they're going to be reenacting the Excelsius bit in high schools in 50 years from now.
No.
But
you're right. Hey, Robin Williams comes once in a few hundred years.
He does. Once in a few hundred years.
That's a lot.
So
yes.
We're not going to see another Robin Williams until the 23rd century.
Yes.
Okay. Well, who was the Robin Williams before?
That would be Sir Francis Bacon.
Brent, I need help. I need you to help me. You're
know.
not helping.
Well, I'm here, and I feel like, what do you want help with? You've got it.
So back to you and the girl. I'll go back to that.
Why?
I'll go back to that.
Okay.
So do you think there's a future? Do you think this could?
I think so, but I don't think I would ever get into a long distance relationship. I think that New York is a place that has a great comedy scene, and I have a sister that lives out there, so.
So you've already.
So
you're gonna move to New York after. Good. All right. Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad you got a plan.
Perfect. Yep. So now when she hears this,
so we've gone.
She's made it this far.
We've gone from within the space of a day, nothing's happening between us, to at this point, yeah, we're gonna get married. That's what I feel like that's amazing.
She is somebody who in New York I could always reach out to, and she's been through the open mic things, and so I can tag along with her.
We're gonna tag along, indeed.
I'm just trying to be politically correct.
Right.
Right. Wouldn't want to degrade her.
No, that's bad. We don't want to do that.
No.
We want to be, and I don't think we are degrading her. I think we are elevating her. I'm not sure.
The fact that we're analyzing her in itself could be what is wrong with this, but nothing's wrong with this. Nothing's wrong with this.
No, everything's wrong with this. I'm not sure. If somebody is still listening, like if somebody listened to all of part 1 and saw there was a part 2 and went, I gotta, I mean, I'm on board now. I gotta see where this goes, and they're here. Bless your heart,
Yeah.
Mom and Dad. Bless your heart.
Can I tell you a funny story? A good joke that I had.
All right,
Since you say Mom and Dad.
okay, it better be funny. Let's go.
The girls were talking about when I told them I was going to be putting the Holiday Inn. The girls in the office were like, "Oh, it would have been funny if Barb and Dave asked you to go stay at their house."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Where would I sleep? Josh's room?"
Oh, no. I'm in a cage in the living room. I don't have a room.
Were you grounded? I could just see you, Barb, and Dave in a car headed to basically anywhere.
Oh my God!
On a family trip.
And it would be, they would get into an argument, and then they would both turn to me, and go, "Am I right? Am I right?" And I would have to be, are you hearing this? Are you, like they do to me what all the characters in The Office would do with the camera. Like they turn and look at me like, really?
Come on.
That would be me. But no, I don't have. I'm not. I don't have a room at the Reinitz residence or the Holiday residence. I'm not sure which one.
It was a good joke.
No, it was, but yeah. Listen. I didn't mean to steamroll over.
Sure.
What was a good joke? I'm
Sure.
sorry about that.
Sure. No, you're fine.
It was. Here's the problem. I'm a narcissist.
I would have never. I couldn't tell.
I mean, that's totally. I mean, I'm like I said. I'm doing this for money. I'm doing this.
Although I will say you're not much of a small talk guy.
I hate small talk. I really do.
Which is why this even shocks me.
Right. Well, and that's why I just want to get to the meat of, because most conversations I find, like I was talking to a guy, nice guy, really nice guy, no complaints, and I was having a bad day, and I was talking to him, and I thought like 2 minutes into the conversation, I thought I would rather be worrying about the shit I'm already worrying about than continuing to have this conversation with you. That's what I thought, and it's nothing against him. It's just, idle
The way
conversation.
you're wired.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the way you're wired.
I want to get to the meat. I want to get to the heart. Like, I
Right.
want to know, like, what's the worst sexual experience you've ever had?
I couldn't get it up.
I had that problem too.
You
Yeah.
know?
What are the details?
This kind of slutty girl from my high school, a couple years younger, just graduated from high school. I had just come back.
Okay, so slutty. Why would you say slutty?
Because she sent me a message as soon as she got out of high school saying, "Remember the time we were in so and so grade and we were in theater class and we had to fake kiss? Like, oh, I miss you. I want to hang out with you again." That's just like saying like.
But why? Now here's my question. Because slutty to me has a connotation of a negative connotation, and to me.
Sure. I guess that would have been what I was using it for.
Right.
Because if she.
Oh, good. I'm glad to know that that's exactly it.
It means that I slept with her and didn't have much respect for her.
Wow. Damn.
But that's rare, and I don't think I would necessarily do that anymore.
Why didn't you have respect for her?
Because she threw herself at me. There was no game. It was so easy that I never even decided, like, hey, I need to get to know this girl. I didn't. I just needed to invite her over.
But what? So you're telling me that someone throws themselves at you and automatically you not a fan. So you're saying to me that if Jennifer Lawrence just walked up to you and stripped down naked, you'd be like, "Go fuck yourself." Really?
No, but if she was being pathetic, like, it's just like anything. A lot of these people who have been the comedians who come and talk to the industry people after these panels.
Right.
They're being so desperate and they're like pitching jokes and they're wasting time because the agent it's not going to develop into anything. So I think that there's an art to courting. And I think that this girl in particular didn't care about that art because she knew she could just cut to the chase. She must have been like you.
Right.
But like with sex instead of conversation.
Yeah, wow, but that's fascinating to me that you did that. Okay, so.
But I couldn't get it up.
Right. Well, so you thought, take me into your head. You're going, this girl's pathetic. This is crazy. Well, it's a Sunday. I got nothing better.
Yep, it was the right night to have her over. Parents were on vacation, so she came over, and then I didn't think it was gonna get to sex as quickly as it did, and maybe that's why I wasn't ready. But I put the condom on, and then just nothing.
No. I had the same problem.
It was fine until I tried to put the thing on, and then
Here's my question. Have you been in love before?
once.
Okay. Is there a difference in the sex between when you're in love and when you're not in love? For you?
I don't know. Once is so, and it was, no, I can't discriminate. I was in love for like, it's the first love. It was the first time I had sex. Everything about it now feels so like fictional that I can't really say.
Fictional?
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Like when you're in high school and you like, it was the end of my senior year of high school. I fell in love, but it was all sort of fairy tale, fiction love.
Did you save her from a dragon?
No, I saved her from community college. She had graduated the year before me, so she was just this like, she used to be hot. I guess she was still hot, but she wasn't cool anymore because everyone else went to school. She stayed around our hometown at the community college. And I was like, oh, she's that older girl. I got her and pretended I was in love with her. But
wait a minute.
I thought I was in love with her, but now looking back on it, there's no way. She was very boring. She had no personality. I just wanted to have sex with her. And then as soon as I realized that I didn't love her, it became this huge guilt